Alright, let's make sure this is working. Alright, let's see if this is working so far. Okay, cool. Looks like it's working. Alright. You guys watching, just getting stuff together right now. Apologize for the wait. Alright, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to UVA Week 6 of our little LCS. Alright, what's going on? Okay. Just closing my program so my toaster doesn't melt. Alright, so we have Director Sue's Winions versus the Bare Naked Laners. Just gotta make sure I got everything correct so I can make sure I'm saying it right when casting. Yeah, so both teams have been doing pretty well, I assume. And there is Quentin on his world famous Sona. He is quite a fan of that champion, and although he is not the most adept at dodging skill shots, he is quite dangerous on that Sona, just because of the amount of experience he's out on. However, another I don't know, I wouldn't say a one-trick pony, but definitely a strong pick is Pyrrhic Shadow getting the Katarina, and at UVA, we all know we all love our Katarinas, so I'm hoping for a lot of resets, a lot of exciting action. But yeah. So we're gonna pick. So looks like this bot lanes we're gonna have Kate Jinx, little on the chase will be going on today. And it looks like that will be a Wukong top. Interesting. I wonder what they'll pick against it. It looks like they might go for a Pantheon. Then again, that might be for FY Knight. He is quite a fan of the Pantheon jungle. A good matchup against JFar, both very early, high dueling. But so the Dirus against Wukong. So instead of the traditional 2 rocks farming up until they're boulders, we might see a little tussling going on in the top lane, which is always exciting. And it looks like the Pantheon will be locked in for FY Knight, and he has been doing pretty well throughout the EVA LCS on that champion. But again, if we look right now, there's a lot of AD coming out from the other team. We got Jinx, Jarvan, Wukong, Zed. That is a lot of AD. Whereas we have a little more balanced out with Katarina Sona mixed in with the magic damage from Darius. This is passive, and of course the massive AD if he decides to do that. But yeah, we'll have to see. Curious. We'll see this Zed mid versus Katarina. Both very high damage assassins, but looks like Mr. Coolpants. Oh, a Ziggs. Alright. So looks like he is going for the stay the hell away from me, Katarina, because the moment you touch me, I will satchel you in the face. Again, this mid lane is going to be a big skill matchup. Ziggs, of course, is very good at wave clearing. And as long as he plays safe, there is not much Katarina can do without doing some sneaky plays, or at least having a good round of help from his jungler. But again, we'll see. So we got 20 seconds on this delay. And, you know, those of you in the chat, you know, just let me know what's going on. Who do you think has the advantage right now? With that, let all y'all go ahead and decide what you think. It looks like we might be getting loaded into this game right now because the timer. Oh wait, rip! I forgot there's a 3-minute delay. So we got 20 seconds on the score. All right. So yeah. If we're looking, so let's just analyze this based on, you know, pick, team fight, you know, let's just dabble with what kind of champions we have here. So it looks like let's see what team is this again. I'm gonna have to write this down somewhere so I don't forget. The Bare Naked Lanterns, alright. I will remember that now. We want shame on me if alright. So the Bare Naked Lanterns, we're looking strictly from a team fight oriented comp. They have a massive amount of AoE. So Morgana coming in with, you know, ulting essentially everyone if she can get herself in the correct position. Jarvan Wukong getting a little Beyblade action going there, and that, however, was a great TV show, is not going to be a fun time if anyone gets caught in that Beyblade arena. But again, we got Wukong, but again, if we're using the Beyblade analogy, Katarina spinning right on top of that Wukong could be just as detrimental. Jarvan places an ult wrong and traps him or anyone who, especially Jinx per se, if she doesn't have flash, and traps her in there with him. Katarina's going to spin on her all day, get resets, and letting it rip on the entire team. But we'll have to see what goes on. Yeah. Excited for this in-game passive chases on between Jinx and Caitlyn. Kind of the who can get more fed and get that, although it does not add any, you know, buffs per se, adds definitely a mental and I've got the lead kind of deal. Yeah, so I'm expecting a lot of action in this game. Pantheon and J4, both very early junglers. They are not, you know, the god beer coming out and farming that flare. No, they are no hold bars, coming out in the lane, ganking you right in the face, and getting kills for their carries. So again, this, you know, we don't have two rocks hitting each other. We got Beyblades all around. I'm excited for this game right now. Thanks, C-Moose. A little winky face for me. Trying to break into my shell here, but just trying to keep you guys entertained, because that's what we're here for. So as we load into the Rift, we'll go ahead and pay a little homage to C-Moose and talk about some skins. or the severe lackage of them. Well, you know what? Instead of skins today, with that new patch just coming out, let's talk the portraits. You know, J4 and Wukong. I personally was not a fan of the Wukong change. I am warming up to him now, but the J4 just looks just disgusting. Like, that is a sexy splash art, like, and that is one you don't even have to pay for. That just loads right into your game as soon as you buy that champion, and I'm enjoying it. But yeah, we've seen a lot of different changes, and you know, this season's just been a bunch of different things happening, but it's all coming to a close tonight. So any of those people that aren't watching, you best be on your grind right now, trying to get that gold, platinum, diamond. You know, Sealy's better be getting masters right now. But yeah, all that ends tonight, and you know, hope all you guys got the rewards you want. Got some ward skins, got that Victorious Morgana. If you didn't, not a big deal. But you know what? That's the name of the game. Trying to prove yourself, getting all that rewards and reaping the benefits. Alright, let's see. Got hundreds all around. Looks like the cards will be put on the table. Deck has been shuffled. It looks like we're about to be loaded in here as soon as the dealer decides to throw out some cards. Ah, rip. Well, there we go. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Still new to the OBS system. Alright. It's just, don't worry, Seamers. I got you this time. Junglers. Got our supports. Got our mids, 80 carries, tops. Get them all organized up in here. Alright. So, if we're looking right now, looks like a little defensive. Looks like J4 will want to start as red. Wukong being there for a little leash, and defensive ward coming out. Nothing out of the usual. Jinx actually throwing a ward over there, knowing that they are in the tri-bush, so the knowledge that they probably will be starting red. And again, that ward, early game warden, all about getting that information. Pink's coming out saying, hey, I know you're in the tri. Hey, they're probably starting blue. What they don't know is, even though Jinx is showing a bot, they got J4 and Wukong top, so little tricky plays coming out. And ooh, Pyrrhic Shadow saying little rematch, but I'm not sure what that's gonna be about. Let's go ahead and turn off the chat right now. But yeah. So minions have spawned. Everyone just kind of doing their own thing. Exciting to see some Beyblade action up in here. If Wukong and Katarina both ult in the Jarvan pit, I will literally stop the stream because they're just, no. That's the greatest he can be. Alright, so Ziggs, of course, you know, getting a quick leash for both junglers. Ziggs applying that early game pressure. Looks like he's trying to just force Katarina in, trying to make her farm under tower. Deny her some CS. But, PBC, again on the Sona, so a Q for Q, and the supports will, you know, essentially shake hands with their health and mana bars. And again, a lot of level 1 fighting. He's getting that passive ticking down on Anima Ingus, and that's a little dangerous. The Ignite goes down and says, I don't know, that's just giving him a little bit of a warning. But both starting clock 5 and the pull will miss. Q will land, but very tense up here in this top lane. Again, this isn't going to be a boulder, you know, Little Rock fighting a Little Rock turning into a big boulder. It's going to be two brawlers up in the top lane just fighting out. But it looks like we will see some movement. J4 is coming down. Let's see how well they bait this. it doesn't look like they know that gank is coming, and could be very bad. EQ combo just barely missing. Hi Buddy is very low, but just a little mistimed on this J4 EQ combo, which is quite unfortunate. They had no idea that J4 was coming down, but looks like FY Knight sees that J4 is bot, decides to try and be a little sneaky on the Wukong up here. But Wukong's just going to pot up ahead in CS, actually. Interesting, but Ziggs is going to have to be careful. He is not spotted out by the Warden. That might be first blood. So the Q coming out, the Satchel coming out, the stun. Can they get the damage down? The barrier comes out, ignite, but sums for sums. And is he going to decide to stay? He does have 2 pots to his name, but a little risky. And again, Q's coming flying out from Morgana every single time. Yeah, so Katarina actually coming bot, and I'm not sure if they know that they're there, but they are playing quite back. Oh, field goal is good in bot lane, but yeah, not too much action going now. Just really good poke coming out from Hi Buddy. And again, that's to be expected with Kate versus Jinx. She does have those rockets, but that's going to cost her mana and ability to trade in the lane. Caitlyn at this point is at one of her strongest points. Oh, the flash. Oh my gosh, PPC. Thinking that Q would hit, decides to go incredibly ham, going for a quick Q. What's it called? Power Chord auto attack. Jinx won't die, but she will have to back, and that will allow them to push this into tower and deny them a bunch of CS and experience. Especially at these early levels, you do not want to be losing, more than one wave of CS and experience. Scrubberduck is going to stay, but just missing by a hair, and that surely would have been first blood. But again, J4 doing his thing, going through. It's just, J4 is farming a little more, and because, no kills have been gone through, he is doing a little better in CS right now. And it looks like he might be making a move towards mid. Ziggs has to be a little careful with his mana, but he's doing a good job of making sure it is. Oh, he's actually going for an invasion. A really good pink ward. He'll see FY Knight and just back out. But if that pink ward, we set a timer on that right now, I guarantee that'll be there for at least the rest of the, at least 10 minutes. If you're in solo queue, guys, and you're a really, hard, aggressive jungler, that is where you want to put that pink ward, right here, because no one checks that. Absolutely no one checks that. But again, the action just keeps on continuing. But the first blood actually comes out. Let me just rewind that real quick. So a little bit of trading is getting, 3 stacks of his passive off. And that Q is hitting like a truck, but the ignite and just the dunk comes out. Ult for ult in the mid lane. FY Knight will get, I was about to say we'll get that stun, but we're gonna with a really good Q to just stop him in his tracks. But a solo kill in top lane. Very, very good job. But FY Knight making the run around. If you pass correctly, that might be enough damage. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, the last auto attack, even flashing away, is not going to let him get away from that point-click attack. And it looks like they will make the call to rotate to Dragon right now, so a 7-minute Dragon is going to be a really good job for them. Yeah. So 7-minute, roughly 8-minute Dragon with all them coming out. They have no knowledge of them doing that. So that's going to be a 1k gold early. Wukong actually decides to ult top, but, you know, until Wukong gets that second point in his ult, he's not going to be able to do too much. And oh my gosh, Ziggs, alright, you guys know what we're going to have to do. So, about equal health in mid lane, a Q lands, another empowered auto attack, decides to go in, oh, and just gets the tower aggro at the last second. Barrier pops back up, saying, no, you will not get this kill. And again, just what I said, Katarina will come in on him and he'll satchel her right in the face, and if she does not get the damage down that she needs to in that time, it's going to be unfavorable for her. So, nothing too crazy going on. Oh, Wukong actually getting pretty close. And again, this is exciting. You know, we got two brawlers, you know, not even tanks. Wukong, you know, can be tanking, Darius can be tanky. These are brawlers. Oh, the dunk and the passive. And again, especially against the Darius, you can't let him get all that. Oh, and Scrubber Duck will go down. And again, PPC on that Mastery of Sona, just knowing how much damage that support can get down. And this early in the game, supports like Morgana, Sona, you know, Nami, they are squishy champions. And if you can get a few snowballish kills on them early, that's just going to help you, you know, establish the strength of the lane. But looks like everyone's gonna get back there, so, you know, let's just jump to live real quick. Alright, so, you know, Wukong's back, Jinx is back. Katarina with a lot of poke. Now this is when Katarina starts getting a little ahead of Ziggs, because Ziggs does have a mana pool. Katarina is just based on cooldowns at this point, and he's gonna have a bit of a rough time without having blue buff to keep that harassment up with that Ziggs. But he's doing a good job landing Qs, so good for him. And field goal is good in bot lane yet again. Quinten shown, you know, he can dodge some skill shots. But again, if we look at this top lane, you know, 2 solo kills, a grab comes down, a Q. The ignite goes down. Will he go for it? Full stacks on Wukong. The dunk. Will the ignite? Oh, decides to clone away. The passive. The passive. Oh my gosh. Wukong with 8 health. Wukong with 8 health surviving. My lord. Snack getting away. Pyrrhic Shadow on a little bit of her own, and it looks like... Oof. Scrubber Duck is in for a rude awakening. A good flash. He might get away. He might get away if... Oh my lord, no, Quinten. There, yep. That's the Quinten we all know and love. Ooh, but the Q... Oh, so close. Whew! Man, health bar is so low. Infamous B is trying to trade, but just can't do much. Now that Snack's here, he might be able to do something, but... They said, hey, Quinten already got the kill. Get the AP... get the AP support carry fed, and that's how we'll win this game. Again, so 6-1 right now, and Darkseer's Wing has had complete dragon control, getting the first one at 8 minutes, and this one responding up here in 1:45. And right now, it looks like it's going in their favor. They're not too far behind, only 2.5k, but that tower's real low and might just even die to minions at this point. Yeah, that tower is definitely going down. Caitlyn decides to net over the wall, you know, possibly just to get some vision down. But yeah, so that now turns into a 3k gold lead. And Pyrrhic Shadow is just running all over the place. I'm hoping that Ziggs is able to get some damage on that tower, but FY Knight, oof. I don't know. Ziggs is really good at pushing the towers, but I don't know. I think it's still a little too early for him to be pushing like Ziggs we really want him to. Change it to week 6. It is week 6, isn't it? You know what? I'll change it next game. I don't want to miss out on all this action going on right now. So 7 kills within the first 13 minutes. Dragon's coming up in the next 30. I'm not sure if they know that the Dragon's going to be up, but Winions definitely know that that's the move they want to make right now. Scarberta just go ahead and get rid of some vision. But it's going to take a little bit of poke. Hi Buddy a little bit out of position, but has his teammates right behind him, so he'll be okay. But we'll see. This Dragon coming up here in 5 seconds. Curious to see how they're going to go, because Wukong does have teleport. And although he is 2 kills down, he is even in CS and is much more of a teamfight oriented champion. His ult is an AoE knockup, does consistent damage for I believe 4-5 seconds. But Mr. Coolant's caught between a Sona and a Caitlyn. The crescendo miss. And unfortunately, he will be able to get out of there, but that will mean that Ziggs is pretty low, and I'm not sure if they'll be able to contest this. It is warded, so they do know that they've started it. And Wukong does have teleport, so he could decide to teleport to this ward right now if he really wanted to. Oh, Purific Shadow just picking up. Oh, and the teleport comes down. Dragon is slain by Pantheon, but Wukong coming in, getting 1 kill. Oh, but the resets. The Beyblades. Katarina is letting it rip. This size. Oh, my lord. And I'm not sure there's much hope for this Wukong right now. So, Beyblades. No. Katarina's Beyblade, you know. Again, I told you. This game is all about Beyblades right now. Wukong say, I have a... Katarina says no. Not up in here. And again, that was all a 4v5. Darius is still top, farming up, getting that CS advantage over Wukong, along with a kill. And a fed Darius, much like a fed Fiora or Cat, they're just a nightmare to deal with. Just the damage they have once they start snowballing is just absolutely just scary. Especially if you see a freaking Darius ulting your entire team and dunking them all into the ground. But again, now this is now turned into 11-2, so we have gone up. It was 7-1, no 6-1, and now it's 11-2. So a 4-1 trade, and not worth coming out. And at this point, this Coolbant's team, or no. Yeah, Mr. Coolbant's, he has got to just get his team in order. So start grouping up, getting that CC onto that Katarina so she can stop getting the resets and spinning on the entire team. Oh, my Lagarino. Alright. I apologize for the error. Let's just rewind that. Activate your Zillion, but Katarina decides to go in, and that's what I'm talking about. Although the ult necessarily wasn't needed, that's the kind of CC that you need to use to deal with that Katarina. Unless it is a hard form of displacement CC, or a stun and silent, you know, something that will stop her ult, Katarina will let it rip on your entire team. And Sona's damage, even though being in a support position, still something to be kind of reckoned with. Just the burst that she can give to a team, unreal. And Milo's skill, I personally haven't seen him until my game that I played with the Winions this last week, but he's doing a great job in that top lane, being a really big bully against Wukong. And again, just the Sona damage took away a quarter of Ziggs' health, but and again, that's just something you won't expect from a support. Supports aren't meant to do damage. They're to support. But, you know, given the right circumstances, especially someone like Quentin. Oh, little CC thrown down on him. Oh, the ult coming out. The flash will have to come out. Oh, no. Alright. Alright, so a little bit of miscalculation. Ult's coming all around. So that'd be 2 for 2. But again, look at this Caitlyn right now. Caitlyn was not in this team fight, and he is on a mission. He is playing the objective game right now, and no one is there to deal with him at all. Push this entire lane up, you know, 10 more seconds, that tower would have been down. And J4 with the roam up top. EQ combo missing again, but the ult will come out, but will the dunk come out as well? One! Can he get the double dip? Oh. Oh. The passive. Oof. Scrubber duck getting low, but unfortunately Wukong Darius does not get to double dip his cookie in the milk today. But again, that is the strength of just an AD Darius. Just someone, you know, Cat, Darius, Fiora Panth, you know, Akali, I don't know. Teemo if you really want to say it, but Beyblade's coming out again. Hard CC, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough. Spin right on top of him yet again. It looks like the motto for FY Knights right now is spin to win. Because with that Katarina pick, that Darius pick too, that Q spin to win, I'm not sure what else they can do right now. They're pressuring every lane and pressing all that advantage that they have. FY Knight is standing on a ward, they do know that, but there's nothing they're going to be able to do to stop this tower from going down. And at this point, this is a 10k gold lead. Now, we've seen teams come back from this sort of, you know, deficit before, but the way FY Knights are playing, FY Knights team is playing this right now, is just, you know, pressuring all the lanes, roaming, split pushing, you know, they're using every tactic in the book right now, and shutting this team down early, using that early snowball lead that they had, you know, securing yet the third dragon. The Jinx ult will come down. Lands on 3. They're a little low, but honestly, I don't see them getting out of this. High Body is probably going to go down. The flash coming out. And, oh, Quentin. Rip Quentin. Decides to be a cheeky little Sona and recall him the Dragon Pit. But again, that, you know, one kill, but for the third uncontested, well, not uncontested, but third dominant dragon take of the game. And with Quentin being down, you know, it's a 4v4 right now. If we're looking at this right now, this is a 4v4. Jinx is pushing bot, but they're in no position to fight, you know, on even ground right now. They need to rely on picks, good team fight engages, and CCing the Katarina. You know, Jinx with her Q, she might get this tower, but it doesn't look like she will decide to do it. She just is too far behind. 0-4-3 against a 5-0-2 Caitlyn. Spin to win again, back in the mid lane. Pyrrhic Shadow says, you know, just, I'm going to let it spin. Oh. Rip Arena. And again, that's, you know, if you got a Darius, if you got a Katarina, if you got someone who spins, spin to win, dude. That's it right now. That's why UVA plays Katarina. We spin to win. And it's obviously showing right now. The 6-2-4 Katarina. There's nothing this team can do right now. Until they find a solution for this Katarina, you know, the hard CC from Ziggs, the Satchel, the traps, the Wukong ultimate, and a spin to win just... Oh, Beyblade's coming out. Wukong ulting under the tower. A little bit of a miscalculation. The Dunkaroos come out from the pantry. Darius will go down to Ziggs, but F1A... Oh... F1A will go down to the tower. Perfect Shatter. Zonya's PPC will do what he can. And will he spin to win again? The resets. 1, 2, and ace. And although they were a little bit miscalculated on that dive, Katarina, Perfect Shadow, is doing exactly what he needs to do today. He is now sitting on 926. A Hunting Guys, a Rod, and a Zonya's. Much AP. So much AP. They might even decide, you know, inhib goes down, so that's going to be bot lane pressure, you know, turning up the heat on that, and mid tower going down as well. I feel like they're going to back out after this one, but little Chitin coming out. Again, that bot lane inhib, that's going to be a lot of pressure coming down, and I'd assume with this tower being down in the mid lane, they might just group as 5, get this inhib down, take Baron, do everything right by the book, and call it a game. At this point, you know, they've still got that 15k gold lead now. Milo skill being 3 levels ahead almost everyone in the game. Oh, no, he's not. Miscalculated. Jinx ult coming out of nowhere. Ziggs just throwing that bombs out, getting a little farm, keeping those lanes under control. Jinx is going to do what she can, split pushing bot, because this isn't a bad decision right now, because they are not at a point where they want to team fight at all. But again, if they give up this Baron, it's going to be... Hard would be too nice. Like, they will have such a hard core advantage. But I'm curious. Snacked and PPC are the same level. Will he go for the steal? No steal coming out. And so my Blanta babe. And, oh, no KS. Again. Wukong is going to say, and the GGs come out. Surrender vote. And that will be a victory for FY Knight. Director Sue's Winions.